Hello and welcome to Mission 7, a meeting of PowerShell and in conflict.
Whoop!
So yeah, off screen I did that one secret mission and... Ooh, that really hit my resources.
Oh, damn.
But I don't think in the secret mission he can summon more enemies. Or in the secret room, because I think it's a fixed number of enemies.
Oh. Ha! So one of his powers is basically nerfed?
Pretty much.
That's funny.
I think you got a little bit too far away from the microphone.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me okay?
I think it's picking you up okay, but you might want to, like, just rotate yourself a little bit close.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's start this thing.
Alright.
Yeah. It sucks we both have a cough.
By the way, when playing as Trish in Devil May Cry 4, she plays very differently than she does in this game. For example, she doesn't have a stinger.
Whoa.
Instead, doing the stinger input just makes you instantly throw the round trip. But it can't go up or down. It just goes whatever height she's at when she throws it.
Huh. Slashy slashy, baby!
You do have, that sort of the spear thing come out, but that's like part of one of her combos. And it's like she stabs the sword forward, and then it's like shink.
Yeah,
kind of reminds me of like one of Shulk's smash attacks in Smash 4 with the Monado, where he like stabs forward and the energy blade comes out.
I like how I find it funny how like Dante left the sword there when he thought that Trish died. He's like, rest in peace. And he leaves the sword there. And she just basically just takes it for the rest of time. It's like, well, you gave this to me, right? I thought you were dead. Well, I'm gonna use this sword for the rest of my life. Okay.
Well, if you're gonna use my dad's swords, why don't you just use his... then why don't you just use his twin handguns, why don't you? I think I will.
It reminds me of the Robot Chicken skit with Lando just wearing Han's outfit at the end of Empire Strikes Back, and Chewbacca's like, has anyone not noticed that Lando basically stole Han's clothes?
Well, at least he didn't steal Han's dignity.
And then at the end of the skit, Lando's like, oh, that's a nice ammo belt you got there, Chewbacca. Like, he's just gonna start stealing everyone's clothes.
I mean, thanks, Hollywood.
Alright. Look at all those red goodies.
Rolling around at the speed of
Isn't this like the
Trish.
only part of the game where a character does that?
Yes. And I feel like it's a part of the game where Dante would have been whooping and whopping.
Yeah.
If,
Oh, by the way, if you guys want to learn more about how Devil May Cry 2 ended up like this...
Oh, it could have been worse. It would have been worse.
Yeah. But yeah, you should go watch the What Happened video they just released. Well, when this comes out. It still won't have been released for very long, actually. But yeah, it came out today for us.
Way to date the video, Mark.
Hey, at least it's not like a Halloween video we were recording like months in advance.
Oh, by the way, also when you play as Trish in Devil May Cry 4, I brought this up before, but it's the style button, which is the dodge button in this game, that uses her sword, and the normal melee button has her doing punches and kicks.
Interesting.
That messed with my brain, so I just flipped it. Since you can customize your controls by character in that one.
Yep. Oh man, I'm gonna have to set up my 360 today at some point. Ugh.
Why is that?
Casual weekend.
Oh, right.
There wasn't a poll this week, so I chose some.
That reminds me, I've been cutting up the Halloween stream into various casual weekends, and part 2 of Prototype, as well as a part 1 Redux. I don't know. Like, we're gonna leave up the regular part 1.
Yeah, there's no reason to take it down.
But it's kind of like, I also want to post the new part 1 as its own thing. Should I, like, make it an unlisted video and just, like, make a card linking to it?
Yeah, sure. If you want to see how it could have gone, or it did go, and then it changed. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like, oh, if I'm gonna be playing on the PlayStation 4, why don't we just have a fresh start?
What should I just call it Part 1 Redux? Or that's actually what I named it. But,
Sure.
A redone Redux.
But yeah, I pretty much want to replace. If I'm gonna record it, and it was a PlayStation 3 game, I'll just get it on the PlayStation 4. Because it's
in some cases, though, that's not really advisable for one core reason, and that one core reason is some games are only available on PlayStation 4 via PlayStation Now.
Yeah. Oh well. No, I'm not doing that. I mean, if it's available digitally or, I guess, physically, then I do one of those. No, I mean, I've never gotten any game streaming to really work that well.
Yeah.
And they say it's the future, and I'm like, listen, if everyone gets, like, kick-ass internet connections, which is not too likely to happen anytime soon.
Well, that's why it's the future, not now.
But basically, the whole internet way it works in America has to completely change.
Hey, look, it's that enemy that you don't like that Trish... I was actually going to say this in this episode, by the way. Trish is actually the best equipped character to deal with these damn things.
Really?
Because she has a proper stinger.
Yeah, slashy.
And then I can do that. I mean, the whole idea with the Savage Golems is to just keep the pressure on them and don't give them the chance to regenerate.
By the way, in an earlier episode, when I fought this guy, like in a later episode, you mentioned, no, the lock-on doesn't go away until
they regenerate. Until they actually start regenerating.
Yeah. But in one of the earlier episodes, I don't think you put it that way.
Oh, I might have worded it poorly.
Yeah, because I thought the lock-on broke because...
They turned into legs? No. It's just, on this difficulty setting, though, they regenerate way faster. I do think that their regeneration needs to be nerfed a little bit. And this isn't me being like, oh, it's too hard. It's just like... It can happen so fast and out of nowhere.
And if you're fighting more than one enemy, one of them could get a cheap shot, completely ruining your effort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but... Also, like, she can... When they turn into legs, she can very quickly stinger them. And follow... with
Whoa! Flaming kick! Bingo! Are you ready to die?
And see, like, stuff like that, which I just call the Shredder, can
Tattles!
can just destroy them once they turn into legs. They are one of my favorite enemies in this game due to the fact that based on what appendages they do or don't have affects the way they fight. And that they're an enemy that requires special consideration. And you know, like you have to kind of approach them somewhat strategically. Unlike most enemies in this game where you just hit them and they fall over.
You know, it's funny, during that what happened, when he was talking about, you could just shoot everything. He showed you shooting bats, which as an enemy you would, like, shoot in a regular Devil May Cry game anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some of his choice of clips were... the Sphere Hunter did a better job explaining why you can just shoot everything. It's because your guns instantly launch everything into an air juggle without you having... Like, your guns would air juggle things in Devil May Cry 1, but only if you hit them up into the air.
Yeah. And we, well, I guess the team is somewhat to blame for this, but we also learned that the whole Dante not really having a same personality kind of started with the producer of Devil May Cry 2.
The original, mysterious producer. Not the guy whose name is actually on the project.
It's like, I don't like his attitude. It needs to be changed. This needs to be a serious game, you know? Oh, so completely going against what Devil May Cry was. I mean, it can have serious moments and stuff, but it was thanks to Dante that,
I don't mind having serious characters. I mean, Virgil is a pretty serious character most of the time.
Yeah.
And he's fun as fuck to play as, but it's just like, you don't take an established character and just completely flip their entire personality 180.
I liked how you said flip, and he, like, flip-kicked you.
Oh, by the way, one thing about Trish is that in Devil May Cry 4, she does not have the ability to do that.
Oh, the flaming kick?
Or, no, not the she can do the flaming kick. I meant that.
Oh! Okay.
She does an air combo instead, and there's no way to change it out.
Okay, well, I'll have to play it myself to see what I think of that.
But you do... however, you can do that, except it's lightning, and it leaves a trail of lightning that enemies can run into.
Oh, so it makes more sense for her character.
Yeah, they literally just copied and pasted Devil May Cry 1 moves, which is why her melee attacks all have flames, because they just copy and pasted Ifrit's weapon data.
Yeah. But yeah, you really do have to unlock the fun in, like, multiple respects in this game. Like, though, I mean, both Trish and the difficulty.
Yeah, that move.
Oh, I've never seen that before!
This is usually the area where they get me with that the most because of... Just look at this shit.
Yeah.
I think they've gotten me...
Go!
I think they've also gotten me with that in the elevator sequences, too, but... The elevator sequence, the camera is a little bit more on your side. They can't sneak up on you in the elevator without you knowing about it.
Oh, you ready? Showtime! Beep, beep.
We're still not at our destination.
Beep, beep, beep.
I think it's possible to reach your destination without killing all those guys, but I I don't see how you would ever manage to pull that
Now,
off.
see, at a moment like this, you'd usually be able to taunt and be like, hey, I'm going to use up some time. I'm just going to taunt nothing. Not in this game!
One thing, though, just like with this game, in Devil May Cry 4, whenever Trish is in Devil Trigger mode, she just puts on her sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
But she actually has an animation for putting them on. So, yeah, I just wanted to show that you can fly up here. You don't have to wall jump.
Going up.
One thing that was said about this game is bad bosses, but he didn't really go into detail about it other than, you know,
He talked about the helicopter a lot.
I was like, dude, it's one helicopter. It's literally one helicopter. I know you can fight it and completely drain its health bar multiple times, but the implication is that it's the same fucking helicopter every time.
Yeah.
It's just really poorly translated to the player of what they want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I just find it funny that you have to go through so many spots on that level to actually properly fight that thing. Like, it's not even one fake spot or two fake spots, it's multiple fake spots.
Yeah, it's like, let me fight the damn thing. If it were like a proper chase sequence where you couldn't actually attack it for most of the time, that would be one thing, but it's not what they did.
Yeah. What they should have done is, I don't know, make it so that there's no cinematic until you get to the proper area.
Or actually have multiple helicopters, for crying out loud.
Yeah. It's like, that one scene is so weird, where like Dante holds up his guns and like, it's time to run away! Shooty, 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 slashy, 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 choppy, chop, chop!
Trish cannot fire this fast in Devil May Cry 4. Dante can, because that was always supposed to be like the thing with Ebony and Ivory, is that they could fire super, super fast. The thing with Trish in Devil May Cry 4, some of her moves and abilities I feel are genuinely better. Like all of her martial arts attacks, which by the way, it's called bare knuckle.
Huh.
Well, I guess she went out on the streets of rage.
Ooh. Come on!
Come on, man.
Bingo!
See how fast?
What the? But you were shooting at him!
Yeah, that is something that needs to be nerfed.
That's some bullshit right there.
And I'm not even to the bull.
Not a fan of that spiky attack.
Yeah, they can regenerate out of fucking nowhere, and with no warning, and there's nothing you can do to stop it other than just kill them before they do it.
Ugh.
What I would change is I would maybe give like some sort of visual cue that they were about to do it and allow you to interrupt. Think of like, you know how in Prototype when they're calling in the strike team and you can kill them they tell you, hey, this dude's calling in a strike force, and you can kill them before they finish their call?
Yeah.
Canceling it out completely?
Uh-huh.
What if these guys had a similar tell where it's like, oh, they're doing this animation and they're glowing or something, when this is a countdown indicating that they're going to start regenerating, and if you don't hit them and interrupt the countdown now, they will regenerate. and then just make that time shorter for each difficulty.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm like, is it just me, or does their like spiky move not really have enough, I don't know, indication that it's about to happen? It seems to happen like fairly fast.
They do a tell that's the same as another move they have.
Yeah, okay, that's what it is, because it gets me a lot of the time.
They can either try to grab you, not really grab you, but like they'll swing both their hands together, and they'll either do a spiky move or they'll hit you with their hands.
Yeah.
It's the same tell for both moves.
That spiky move is what gets me the most.
There's... The tell for it is pretty short.
Yeah, it's like I don't have enough time to react to it most of the time.
But like I said, Trish is the best character for taking these guys on. That doesn't mean that she won't succumb to bullshit sometimes.
There's so much... There's just some really tedious moments in this game that I don't like. It's like... And that's how I describe a lot of moments in this game, actually. It's like, not hard as much as tedious.
Yeah. The only reason I like the enemy as much as I do is because it feels like a lot more thought was put into that enemy.
Heck, you know what? That fish is the tedious king.
Yeah, I agree.
Mission 8. Power up. Yeah.
This, I think, is one of the better boss monsters of the game, but he has his own issue. I pressed the dodge button. Damn it. One of his issues is he has too many attacks with splash damage.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Like, he'll go swing his hammer at you, and you'll go to dodge it, and it just... You know... It makes an explosion. He thrusts... He does that. It makes an explosion. He does that. It's... Burning Ring of Fire. Which...
It seems like it's really, really difficult to dodge that move when he starts using his pull-in attack. Mm-hmm. It's like, it wouldn't be that bad of a move, but the pull-in, it's like, this attack is everywhere, it can hit you multiple times, and I'm pulling you directly into it, and there's not much you can do about it. I'm like...
Oh, and then he sends it outward.
Yeah, so it's a really cheap attack.
Yeah, I feel like this could be a really strong boss if he was modified a little bit. Don't have as many splash damage attacks, and either... I don't mind this because you can... what I was going to say is, I don't mind it as much, mostly because you can kind of, like, counter it by, you know, doing this.
Or doing that. That works pretty good when you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, one of Trish's moves in Devil May Cry 4 is she can... Some of her bare knuckle attacks she can only do when the Sparta is in round trip.
Huh.
For example, when Sparta is in round trip, her normal combo ends in a handstand spinning kick.
Oh, why is this guy not using his fire circles anymore?
I don't know. I'm not asking questions.
Something tells me something's up. And I love it.
Ow. See, like, he does that jump attack, which does splash damage, and that's fine, but then everything he does splash damage. Or, so, like... And here's the thing, right? He's the kind of boss that you would want to go toe-to-toe with swords and stuff. Oh, you can, when it goes outwards, you can actually dodge the flames. So that's not too bad.
Oh, crap. I see that red health bar, but you bastard.
But yeah, it's like... When he does his normal hammer swing at you, for instance, which he hasn't done this whole fight, but when he does his normal hammer swing, it's a massive splash damage right in front of him. When he pounds the handle of his hammer on the ground, massive splash damage.
Jeez.
This feels like a boss made with the Devil May Cry 1 and 3 type of mindset, but not refined. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's the issue with a lot of this game. More bosses like this, but with better refinement, please. Is that too much to ask? Apparently it is.
Take this! Oh gosh, you're almost dead.
Just kidding!
You got better.
That's Trish in a nutshell.
Stop throwing glass in our faces.
Next. Mission 9. The hunter will discover the purity of Speed Racer.
Speed Racer.
He's high on speed.
Caution.
Factory started collapse, blah, 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 building exploding.
Hey, it's the mission where I do the grinding.
And it's a little bit harder to do it with Trish because you really need the Gatling guns. Although her guns will act like Gatling guns when in Double Trigger.
Huh. Oh yeah, that's true. Bingo was the name-o. That's not how that song goes at all. Don't worry. There's a countdown to your destruction, but don't worry. The only person who needs to worry about the countdown, it was me, because I didn't know what I was doing at first.
Yeah, the escape route makes a lot more sense when you know Lucia's path through this area, but as Dante, it's like, I didn't go that way!
So people who played this game, yeah, I hope you played Lucia first. Are you ready? Well, that depends.
It's showtime! La 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 la.
It looks like he's launching into space. He's got like a propulsion system in his ass.
I know they spawn indefinitely here. I'm just trying to build up my trigger gauge. Alright, everyone. I'm out. The fact that Trish has a further dodge roll than anyone else means that she can actually go much faster by just spamming this.
Yeah.
Than literally any other character.
Into there. And it's the grindy spot.
Okay, here they are. I'm only gonna do this once.
Don't worry.
I'm worried.
Come on. Bingo. Are you sure? And showtime!
Yeah, I already lost it.
Not quite as easy as Dante.
I tried it with Dante. I had it worse.
Hmm?
I'm just not good at that.
Oh, okay.
Like, I am sincerely not good at that.
I mean, I usually just back up towards the wall where they can't really hit you as long as you're firing. And then, like, I'll carefully, like, run out there shooting, grab some orbs, go back to the wall where they can't hit me, and keep shooting.
Oh, I think they've hit me on the wall. Unless I'm not doing it right. I could be not doing it right.
I think... Did I ever demonstrate that in any of my videos?
No.
No.
You tried to demonstrate it with Trish, but...
It's Trish. Goodbye, boom booms.
Goodbye. It shows you where they are in that pan through. Time to use the unlock on button.
The unlock on button. I don't even like saying that. It sounds awkward.
By the way, you briefly showed that in your video, but you were like, no, time to go! I'm not even sure if you noticed when recording it, or if you were just like, no, just get out there and hit the thing.
I'll say this much. I definitely made the time limit look more, tense than it normally would. Because they give you plenty of time.
Yeah. By the way, I literally learned from watching you that this is another way you can do the blue. It's like, why did you limit my flight ceiling? Camera. Fucking camera.
Oh yeah, because they don't let you... right.
Yeah, it's like, you can't fly up that much higher past there, but you can just do it from... It's like, your limitations...
So let me get this straight. You can be up that high flying, but you can't ascend.
Well, you can if you're standing by the door there.
Oh, okay, so away from the invisible ceiling.
Yes.
This game is dumb sometimes.
It seriously reminds me of the bullshit wind in Tails Adventures.
Oh, yeah, I remember that crap. Ugh.
Except, here's the thing. At least Tails Adventures made an attempt to try and explain why you couldn't fly past things.
I know.
It's still bullshit, but at least they tried to explain their bullshit.
You know, speaking of games that had horrible audio at places, I am seriously tempted. At some point, it's probably not going to happen for a while because I want to focus on Devil May Cry, but I am tempted at some point to like redo the Plants vs. Zombies series just because the voice audio in our playthrough was kind of shit.
Throughout the whole thing?
I can't remember if it was the whole thing, but I definitely know it was more than one episode.
Well, it was one of the first times we were recording in a new place.
Was that the Echo Chamber house?
No, it was the house before it.
Oh, okay, it was that house. That house wasn't as bad. But man, we had a bunch of echoey videos in that other house.
Oh, by the way, because, in Devil May Cry 4, because Trish has a button dedicated to her sword and a button dedicated to her melee attacks, rather than use the gun change button to recall your sword.
Oh, that's right, the wind.
Rather than using the gun change button to recall your sword, you just press the sword using button to recall your sword when it's out doing a round trip.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and another thing she can do, when the sword is in round trip form, she can charge up a punch where she punches the ground and a big lightning strike happens.
And there we go. Mission clear.
Yeah, that's going to be the episode.
Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time for the game that never ends.
We're going to end it today.
Bye.